Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 5 maths. So you can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 5 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter multiply fractions. And the lessons we're going to cover today are complete the fraction multiplication sentences, multiply a mixed number by a whole number, multiply a mixed number by a fraction, and multiply two mixed numbers. So let's just start with the first lesson, that is complete the fraction multiplication sentences. Okay, here I am on grade 5 math. The chapter name is multiplication multiply fractions, and here is the lesson complete the fraction multiplication sentence. So let's just start with the lesson. Okay, solve for t. 2 whole 2 by 5 times t equal 1 whole 1 over 5. So t is missing. You need to find t is another fraction that when multiplied by 2 whole 2 over 5 and the product equals 1 whole 1 over 5. We need to find the t. Got it? Okay, let me just write it down on board. 2 whole 2 by 5 times t. Okay, so it is 2 whole 2 over 5 times t, and that equal 1 whole 1 over 5. Okay, so basically 2 whole 2 by 5 is multiplying to t and their product equal 1 whole 1 over 5. So you need to find a t. Just convert 2 whole 2 by 5 into the fractional form. It would be you need to multiply 2 times 5. 2 times 5 is 10 and 10 plus 2 is 12 over 5. So it would be 12 over 5 times t equal 5 times 1 is 5 and 1 6 by 5. So basically you just have to isolate the t, so you need to remove that 12 by 5. Got it? So you need to divide both sides by 12 by 5. When you divide this side, they can cancel out each other, and when you divide the other side, you have to convert the division sign to multiplication, and then the reciprocal 12 by 5 is would be 5 over 12. You need to then multiply 5 times 6 is 30 and 12 times 5 is 60. When you convert them into simpler form, it would be 1 over 2. That means the t is 1 over 2. That would be when multiplied to t, that equals 6 over 5. Got it? Let's just start with the test questions. Let's do practice questions. Okay, the first one is 2 times j equal to whole 1 over 2. It would be 2 times j equals 2 whole 1 over 1 over 2. Okay, so it would be just convert 2 whole 1 over 2. It would be 2j and that equals 2 times 2 is 4 and it is 4 over 5. So basically you have to remove that 2 from here. Got it? Because you need to find the value of j. So you are going to divide both sides by 2. Just simply divide both sides by 2. You are going to divide both sides by 2 because we need to remove that 2. So just divide this side by 2, and here you have to divide it by 1 over 2. Got it? So 2 and 2 cancel out. You are left with j here, and at this side you can divide 4 by 2, so it would be 2 times 2 is 4. So here at this side you are left with just 2 over 5. That means that j equals 2 over 5. That when multiplied by j, the answer equals 4 over 5. It would be 2 over 5. Basically 2 is multiplying to j. You need to find the value of j only, so you have to remove that 2. So opposite to multiplication is division, so you have to divide both sides by 2. So it would be j equals 2 over 5. The correct option is 2 by 5 option. 2 whole 2 over 5. Hold on, let me see. Oh, 2 whole 2 over 2 times 2 is 4 and 1 5 over 2. Sorry. It would be 5 over 2, because you need to multiply whole number times denominator, so it would be 2 times 2, and 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5 over 2, so it would be 5 over 2. This is 5 over 2. Hold on, let me do again. 2 times j and 2 whole. 2 times j equal 2 whole 1 over 2. So it would be 2j. When you multiply, it would be 2 times 2, and you have to add 1. Sorry, I did mistake here. And you have to divide it by the 2. So it would be 2j, and 2 times 2 is 4, and 4 plus 1 5 over 2. So now you have to remove that 2, so you need to divide both sides by 2. So it would be j, and it would be 5 over 4. 2 times 2 is 4, so you can divide 5 by 4. It would be 4 times 1 is 4, and you are left with 1 here, so it would be 1 whole 1 over 4 is the correct option. Got it? It would be 1 whole 1 over 4. The second option is the correct one. Okay, let's just move on to the next one. Okay, the next one is h times 1 over 2, and you have to and it equals 1 over 2. Let me just write it down on the board. Okay, it would be h times 1 over 2, and that equals 1 whole 1 over 2. Okay, so it would be h times 1 over 2, and that equals 2 times 1 is 2, and 1 3 over 2. So you have to remove that 1 over 2. Got it? That means you have to divide both sides by 1 over 2. It would be h times 1 over 2 and divided by 1 over 2, and that equals 3 over 2 and divided by 1 over 2. So multiplication and division is opposite to each other, so they can cancel out each other. You are left with just one h here, so it would be h 3 over 2. You can convert this division sign to multiplication, and then you have to reciprocal the term that is after the reciprocal. Means you just need to interchange the numerator and denominator of the fraction. Got it? Now you can see 2 and 2 got cancelled out with each other, and you are left with just 3 over 1. That means h equals 3. Got it? Whenever you are dividing two fractions, what you have to do, you have to replace the division. We already done with division, dividing fractions. We know that you need to convert the division sign to multiplication, and you have to reciprocal the term. Reciprocal means you have to interchange the numerator and denominator. Got it? So basically dividing fraction is same as multiplying fraction, but you have to reciprocal the term that is right after the division sign. Got it? So the correct option is h equals 3. Okay, the next one is that's the one we did on the board on the tutorial 5 times. Let me just do it on 2 whole 2 over 5 times t equal 1 whole 1 over 5. 2 whole 2 over 5 times t, and that equal 1 whole 1 over 5. Let me just, okay, just convert them into proper fraction. 5 times 2 is 10, and 2, it would be 12 over 5 times t, and it would be 5 times 1 is 5 and 1, 6 over 5. So here we have 6 over 5. So basically you have to divide both sides by 12 over 5 because you need to remove that 12 over 5 from this side. So it would be t times 12 over 5 and divided by 12 over 5. Same thing you have to do on the other side. 6 by 5 divided by 12 over 5. So same thing, multiplying and dividing, they can cancel out each other. You are left with t here. And at this side, just convert the division sign to multiplication and reciprocal the term. It would be 5 over 12. For 5 and 5 cancel out, and then you can divide them by the common factor 6. So it would be 6 times 1 is 6 and 6 times 2 is 12. So that means t equals 1 over 2. The correct option is 1 over 2. It would be 1 over 2. Got it? Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. If you need more help with the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. Got it? Let's just move on to the next lesson. Okay, the next lesson is, okay, the next one is multiply a mixed number by a whole number. So you're going to multiply the mixed number and the whole numbers. So the first example is 3 whole 3 by 4 times 5. Okay, the first example is 3 whole 3 over 4 times 5. So 5 don't have any denominator. That means it has the denominator 1. Got it? Just convert the fraction into improper fraction. It would be 3 times 4 is 12 and 12 plus 3 is 15 over 4. So it would be 15 over 4, and that would equal 5 over 1. So when multiplying fraction means you need to do numerator time numerator and denominator time denominator. So you need to do 15 times 5 divided by 4. 15 times 5 is 5 times 5 is 25. It would be 75 over 4. Got it? Just 75 over 4 using long division method. It would be 4 times 1 is 4. 7 minus 4 is 3, and 4 times 8 is 32, and here you have 3. So it would be 18 whole 3 over 4. The correct option is 18 whole 3 over 4. Got it? So multiplying the mixed number and whole number means you have to convert the mixed number into improper fraction. Then you have to multiply numerator time numerator and denominator time denominator, like we do, like you multiply the fractions. Got it? If you have any questions, just write down the question in the chat box. I am here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. So just write down the questions in the chat box. Okay, the first one is 4 times 5 whole 1 over 4. Let's just multiply. Okay, so you have to do 4 times 5 whole 1 over 4. So it would be 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 5 is 20 and 1. 21 over 4. Got it? Just multiply numerator time numerator, or either you can cancel out the same terms. Got it? 4 and 4 cancel out each other and you are left with 21. So the correct option is 4 and 4 cancel out because they are in the numerator and denominator, so you can cancel out them. So the correct option is 21. Got it? The correct option is 21. Okay, 3 whole 3 over 4 times 5. That's the one I did on the tutorial. So you need to do 4 times 3. It would be 18 whole 3 over 4. The correct option is 18 whole 3 over 4. Okay, 3 times 2 whole 1 over 5. Let's just do the next one. 3 times 2 whole 1 over 5. Okay, the next one is the next one is 3 times 2 whole 1 over 5. 3 whole 1 over 5 times, it would be 3 times 2 whole 1 over 5. So 5 times 2 is 12 and 12 plus 1 is 13 by 5. So basically you have to do 3 times 13 by 5. It would be 3 times 13 over 5. So just do numerator time numerator and denominator time denominator. So it would be 3 times 13 times 3 is 39. It would be 39 over 5. Got it? So 5 times 7 is 35. 5 times 2 is 10 and 1, 11 over 5 it is. So it would be 6 whole 3 over 5. 5 times 2 is 10 and 10 plus 1 is 11 over 5. So 11 times 3 is 33. So when you divide 33 by 5, it would be 6 whole 3 over 5. The correct option is 6 whole 3 over 5. Okay, the next one is 4 whole 1 over 2 times 4. So just convert 4 whole 1 over 2. It would be 4 times 2 is 8 and 1 9 over 2. It would be 9 over 2 times 4 over 1. So 2 times 2 is 9. So it would be 9 times 2 is 18. So the correct option is 18. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 1 is 10 over 3. So you can cancel out the 3 numerator and denominator. You can cancel out them. So you are left with 10. So the correct option is 10. Okay, 3 whole 2 over 3 times 4. So 3 times 3 is 9 and 10, 11. 11 over 3 times 4. That means it would be 44 over 3. When you divide 44 by 3, it is 14 whole 2 over 3. The correct option is 14 whole 2 over 3. Okay, the next one is 2 whole 1 over 1 whole 1 over 2 times 4. So 2 times 1 is 2 and plus 1 3 over 2. 4 times 3 is 12 over 2 it would be 6. So the correct option is 6. It would be 6. Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. Let's just move on to the next lesson. Azaria, you're new here. Okay, the next lesson is multiply a mixed number by a fraction. So now you are going to multiply a mixed number by the fraction. So basically it's the same like you multiply two fractions. You just have to convert the mixed number into improper fraction first. They both are then the fractions. So like we multiply the fractions, you need to do numerator times numerator and denominator times denominator. Got it? Just look at the first example. It would be 3 over 4 times 2, 5 whole 2 over 5. So it would be 5 times 5 is 25 and 2, 27 over 5. Got it? Just convert 5 whole 2 by 4, 5 into improper fraction. So it would be 27 over 5 and just multiply 27 over 5 times 3 over 4. Got it? So you have to do numerator times numerator. 27 times 3 is 81 and 4 times 5 that would be 20, 81 over 20. And when you divide 81 by 20, it would be 4 whole 1 over 20 because 20 times 4 is 80 and you are left with 1. So it would be 4 whole 1 over 20. Got it? Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, the first one is 3 by 4 times 2 whole 1 over 2. It would be 3 over 4 times, okay, it would be 3 over 4 times 2 whole 1 over 2. So it would be 2 times 2 is 4 and 1 5 over 2. So it would be 3 by 4 times 5 over 2. Got it? So 3 times 5 is 15 and 4 times 2 is 8. It would be 15 over 8. It would be 15 over 8 and 8 times 1 is 8. It would be 1 whole 7 over 8. The correct option is 1 whole 7 over 8. Okay, the next one is 1 over 4 times 5 whole 2 over 5. So it would be 5 times 5 is 25 and 2 27, 27 over 5. Got it? So 27 times 1 is 27 and 5 times 4 is 20. So it would be 1 whole 7 over 20. The correct option is 1 whole 7 over 20. Okay, 3 times 2 is 6 and 1 7 over 2. 7 times 3 is 21 and 21 over 10. So it would be 10 times 2 is 20. So it would be 2 whole 1 over 5. The correct option is 2 whole 1 over 10. It would be option number 1, 2 whole 1 over 10. Okay, the next one is 1 over 5 times 1 whole 2 over 5. So it would be 5 times 1 is 5 and 2, 7 over 5. So it would be 7 times 1 is 7 and 5 times 5 is 25. So it would be 7 over 25. The correct option is 7 over 25. Okay, the next one is 3 whole 2 over 3 times 1 over 5. So 3 times 3 is 9 and 2, 11 over 5, 11 over 3, and you have to do 1 over 5. So 11 times 1 is 11 and 5 times 3 is 15. So it would be 11 over 15. So the correct option is 11 over 15. Okay, the next one is 1 by 3 times 4 whole 2 over 3. 14 over 3 times 1 over 3. 14 times 1 is 14 and 3 times 3 is 9. So it would be 9 times 1 is 9. It would be 1 whole 5 over 9. The correct option is 1 whole 5 over 9. The correct option is 1 whole 5 over 9. Okay, 1 whole 1 over 3 times 4 over 5. So 3 times 1 is 3 and 1 4 over 3. And it would be 4 times 4 is 16. 16 divided by 15. So 15 times 1 is 15. It would be 1 whole 1 over 15. The correct option is 1 whole 1 over 15. Okay, the next one is 4 whole 3 by 5 times 3 over 4. So 5 times 4 is 20 and 20 plus 3 is 23 over 5. And 23 times 3 is 3 times 3 is 9 and 3 times it would be 60, 69 over 20. So 20 times 3 is 60 and 9 remainder. So it would be 3 whole 9 over 20. The correct option is 3 whole 9 over 20. Okay, 5 whole 1 over 2 times 1 over 4. 2 times 5 is 10 and 1 11 over 2. And you have to do 1 over 4. So 11 times 1 is 11 and 4 times 2 is 8. So it would be 1 whole 3 over 8. The correct option is 1 whole 3 over 8. The correct option is 1 whole 3 over 8. Okay, the next one is 3 by 4 times 2 whole 1 over 4. So which is the correct option? 4 times 2 is 8 and 1 9 over 4 and 9 times 3 is 27. So it would be 27 over 16. So 16 times 1 is 16 and we have 11 remainder. So that means it would be 1 whole 11 over 16. The correct option is 1 whole 11 over 16. Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. Okay, let's just start with the next lesson. The next lesson is multiply two mixed number. So multiplying two mixed numbers mean you have to convert both the numbers into improper fraction, and then you have to multiply like we're multiplying the fractions, just to numerator time numerator and denominator time denominator. Got it? So it would be 1, let's just start with the first example, 1 whole 3 by 4 times 3 whole 2 over 5. So just convert 1 whole 3 by 4 into improper fraction. It would be 4 times 1 is 4, and you need to add 3, so it would be 7 over 4. Then you have to convert 3 whole 2 by 5 into improper fraction. So it would be 5 times 3 is 15 and 2, 17. So it would be 17 over 5. Now you have to multiply both the fraction. They are 7 by 4 and 17 over 5. So you just have to do numerator times numerator. You need to do 17 times 7 and 5 times 4. So 17 times 7 is 119 and 5 times 4 is 20. You can divide 119 by 20. 20 times 5 is 100. So it would be 5 whole 19 over 20. The correct option is 5 whole 19 over 20. So how do you multiply two mixed numbers? Convert the mixed numbers into improper fraction first and then multiply like we do the fractions, like we multiply the fractions. Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, 1 whole 3 by 4 times 3 whole 2 over 5. That's the, isn't it the same we just did? Yes, that's the same. It would be 5 whole 19 over 20. The correct option is 5 whole 19 over 20. Okay, the next one is 5 whole 1 over 3 times 3 whole 4 over 5. Actually, I have ordered the new whiteboard. It will be delivered in a day or two. So that's why I'm doing the questions orally. Got it? You can ask question in next class again if you still have question. Probably I will get the new whiteboard until next class. So sorry for today. 5 whole 1 by 3 times 5 whole 1 over 3 times 3 whole 4 over 5. Okay, just convert them. 5 times 3 is 15 and 116 over 3. 5 times 3 is 15 and 4, 19 over 5. Got it? Now you have converted both the fractions to improper fraction. Just multiply numerator time numerator and denominator time denominator. So you just do 19 times 16. Numerators, you need to multiply 19 times 16. That would be 304. And 5 times 3 is 15. It would be 304 over 15. You can just divide 304 by 15. 15 times 2 is 20. It would be 20 whole 4 over 5, 15. The correct option is 20 whole 4 over 15. That is option number 2. Got it? Okay, the next one is 4 whole 3 by 5 times 4 whole 1 over 5. Okay, so it would be okay, let's just do really 14. 4 whole 3 by 5 is 5 times 4 is 20, and 20 times 3 is 23 by 5. Then you have 5 times 4 is 20 and plus 1, 21 over 5. 23 by 5 times 21 by 5. Got it? Just do 23 times 21. 23 times 21 is 483 and 5 times 5 is 25. You have to divide 483 by 25. So it would be 25 times 1, 20, 19 whole 8 over 25. The correct option is 19 whole 8 over 25. Okay, the next one is 4 whole 1 over 2 times 5 whole 2 over 5. So which is the correct option? 4 times 2 is 8 and 1 9 over 2. And 5 times 5 is 25 and 2 27 over 5. So just do 27 times 9, and 5 times 2 is 10. 27 times 9 is, hold on, 27 times 9. That would be 243. You have to divide 243 by 10. So it would be 24 whole 3 over 10. The correct option is option number 1. It would be 24 whole 3 over 10. Okay, the next one is 2 whole 3 by 5 times 1 whole 3 by 4. So 5 times 2 is 10 and 3 13 by 5. And 4 times 1 is 4 and 5 6 7 over 4. So 7 times 13 is 5. 7 times 13 times 7 is 13 times 7 is 91. You have to divide 91 by 20. So 20 times 4 is 80. It would be 4 whole 11 over 20. The correct option is 4 whole 11 over 20. Got it? Okay, the next one is 5 whole 4 over 5. 5 times 5 is 25 and 4, 29 by 5. And the next one is 5 times 3 is 15 and 2 17. So you have to do 17 times 29. It would be 493 divided by 15. Got it? It would be 493 by 15. So the correct option would be 32 whole 13 by 15. The correct option is option number 1. Got it? Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. So we are working on this chapter for so long. It has so many lessons. So I suppose you guys already know how to multiply the fractions. But still, if you have any problem, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday 5 to 9. Or you can ask me a question in the next session if you still need help with any of the question. I think because of the just orally doing things is a bit difficult. So if you still need any a question, you can ask me in the next session. Got it? I will reply all your questions and confusions if you have any. So we were working on grade 5 maths. Chapter we're working on is multiply fractions, and the lessons we have covered today are complete the fraction multiplication sentence, multiply a mixed number by a whole number, multiply a mixed number by a fraction, and multiply two mixed numbers. So please make sure before the next session you have to complete all the test questions for the lessons we did today. If you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday 5 to 9. Got it? That's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.